the nuts hang. It's just the right thing.
And we're back with episode 61 of The Sounds of Struggle. I am Chris Parrish.
You shaved.
I did.
You look pretty.
Well, it's just what I do.
You also look like you're 13.
I know.
I'm Meniac.
You're a pedophile now. Because you just called a 13-year-old pretty.
Whatever.
Get your hands off.
No.
Well, they can't
Kevin
see
Spacey. Kevin Spacey!
And, yeah. You,
I don't want to talk about it.
You kind of murdered an Irishman on the weekend.
The Irishman, to be exact.
No.
Yeah. Irish, if you're listening, my bad. Yeah. Hey, here's the way I see it. 24 stitches in your head, 24 beers in a case.
Not anymore, I drank them.
24 beers in any case. I mean, it's coincidence. I think you should drink one beer for every stitch you have. Numb that pain. And also the pounding in your head from that big old concussion you got. For me, literally wrapping that chair around your head. Yeah.
Golf clap. Golf clap.
Golf clap. I can say this is the first time I've ever hit him and not been super happy about it. I'm sure in time it'll be really funny.
Well, I hit Dean Richter and I felt really happy about it.
I hit KJ Cash. That made me feel pretty good. It was only a little chop because, well, I don't want to kill her.
I also super kicked Dean Richter in that match between Crazy Corn Irishman. And then I dragged him out like the little biatch he is.
You dragged out that dude?
Yeah.
I missed that because I was too busy kicking out KJ Cash and then watching 75 things happen in the ring.
See, you're kicking a chick out and I was kicking chiclets in.
You're kicking Dean's chiclets out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
So, here's for kicking out.
2!
Which is what I did. It's not what Dean Richter
By the
did.
way, congratulations on retaining.
Yeah. Thank you.
I've had little conversations with Shaun Martens as of late over the textular phoning.
Yeah?
Sounds like he's doing really well up north.
Well, of course. He's probably headlining all of them shows.
He's doing exactly what we said he would do. Headlining, humping, bumping, patent pending. Yeah. Just stealing the show.
And giving out some lumpins.
Yeah, he came to play.
Just no plumpkins, because that'd be weird.
Blumpkins? Yeah, that's gross.
Yeah.
Although, you never know. He might be into that.
It is in Manitoba.
Yeah. No, you can't say that.
Yeah.
According to our Prime Minister now, you can't say Manitoba. It's Personatoba.
Transgender-toba. Bagel-toba.
Non-binary Toba.
Bagel-toba.
Bageltoba.
Yeah.
Yes.
So...
By the way, fuck our Prime Minister. Yeah, I said it on record. I don't care.
Yeah. He's a turd.
Burglar. An anal spelunker, if you will.
Yeah. Or jackass.
Douche.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you want to talk about this week? I'll be pretty honest. Don't have a lot.
Well, that's because all eyes were on us this weekend, so why would anybody care about what else was going on?
That's true. I really want video of that.
Well, actually, I was also saying a lot of eyes because we had a packed his house.
Standing room only.
Yeah. Well, we can talk about the Super Bowl. That happened.
Oh, fuck, did it?
Yeah. It's actually a good game. Only one punt all game.
Wow.
Yeah.
A lot of fourth down.
And it was the New England Patriots punting, and they lost.
I believe 41-33, right?
Yep.
And actually, you know what? Right to the bitter end, very close. You know what? That's for any team ever playing against Brady until he retires. That's how you play him. You get up, a field goal / touchdown, then you always just keep him in the loop. Keep baiting him. Let him get one and then get one back.
Well, in all honesty, Atlanta was up 25 going into the second half last year. Still lost.
Well, whatever.
I mean, Usually Atlanta, when you're up by 25,
Atlanta, you just got shown how to do it.
it's not necessarily you need more offense. Your defense just has to actually understand that they still have work to do.
Basically, what we're saying is, in the hierarchy of the bird kingdom, Eagles are above Falcons.
What's actually funny about this game was Tom Brady actually broke his own personal record for most yards thrown in a Super Bowl.
Wow.
Still lost.
That's, yeah. That, Nick Foles played pretty well.
A little bit of
That, that
You know what's
weird
fun-
flea flicker
you-
thing he did?
you know-
that was awesome.
You know what's also funny? Nick Foles caught one pass for a touchdown. Tom Brady missed one pass.
Which, I don't think would have got a touchdown, but he could have got some yardage.
It would have helped his team out.
You think?
I mean, just saying. Tom Brady, you let your team down, bro.
The funny thing is, Tom Brady missed first, and Nick Foles is like, hey, hold my beer, watch this.
Yeah.
And man, I actually didn't know what happened when I was first watching it. I was like, oh, touch. How the hell did the quarterback get it? Play it back. Oh, that's how the hell he got it.
Yeah.
Good for him. Very good stuff.
I mean, in all honesty, the throw Foles got was right to him, while the throw that Brady got was a little high, but still catchable.
A little high, and he was moving. Not fast.
No,
He was moving at a Brady pace.
Brady can't run fast, that's for sure.
All I'm saying is that I bet you I would have had a semi-decent chance of catching it. Not a great chance. I can't guarantee I would have caught it. I think I would have had a semi-decent chance of catching it.
The original, Superman could have caught that.
He's dead.
Exactly, that's how slow that pass was.
That's bad. Huh. Well,
Even the one in the wheelchair could have caught it.
That's the one that's dead.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Okay.
just saying, even if he was still on the wheelchair.
Oh, okay.
Weekend at Bernie's in a wheelchair. Would have caught it.
Wheelchair at Bernie's?
Yeah.
Nice.
Super Bowl edition.
Did you watch the halftime show?
Yeah. That was a little...
I was waiting for Boob.
Exactly. You know
Damn
what?
it, JT, you let us down.
At least pull down, the hologram of, Prince's underpants or something. I mean, at least do something risky.
JT, you're a jive turkey.
I
said it.
I wanted to see the very purple rain, which sounds weird.
This has been brought to you by a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
This podcast getting weird. I don't even know if we can legally call ourselves a little bit of all right anymore.
Still strugglicious.
Absolutely, because that's our own thing. But I don't think we're a little bit of all right.
Of course we are. It's also our own thing.
Because we are the best of all the time.
Exactly.
I am king of the chairs.
So Nick Foles, Super Bowl MVP.
Smart.
So in a year where had Carson Wentz played the full year, would have been MVP of the season.
Probably. Assuming he kept up what he was doing.
Oh, no.
Let's just assume he did.
I think he just had to play the rest of the season.
Oh, okay.
And then Nick Foles, the backup, won Super Bowl MVP. But let's also think the backup quarterback has won more Super Bowls than the starting quarterback. So
That's
do you
kinda
think Nick Foles ends up staying in Philadelphia?
I would think so.
Knowing
Wait, does Carson Wentz get a ring because he would have been there if he wasn't hurt? I would assume he gets one.
he's still on the roster.
Yeah, I'm
All
assuming
right, he gets one. Yeah.
Now, my question is, who starts next season? Do they go back to Carson Wentz?
Oh, yeah.
Do they stay with Nick Foles?
The coaches already said they hope they can get there with Carson Wentz, pretty much. So I think
That'd be a little insulting if I was Nick Foles. I'd be like, well, fine, fuck you guys. I'll go somewhere else.
well, that's what I mean. I think when he took the job, he knew he was the backup. But now that he is,
what else do you have to do to prove yourself? Really? You literally won the whole damn thing.
That's what I mean. Now, do you
The whole
think
effing show.
Do you think he stays an Eagle because it's?
I think, given the right circumstances, he'll go somewhere else.
I wouldn't blame him.
I can't say I would either.
I mean, you know who is going somewhere though?
The Patriots defensive coach, the guy wearing red who looks kind of like a goober.
Coach Patricia. Yeah, but he's a good coach.
Not clearly not. Look at the defense.
Well, in fairness, Belichick said Malcolm Butler.
Yeah, what's up? What up with that?
Yeah, and it's not even during during the week prior saying, "Oh yeah, you're going to be benched." It was during the national anthem. Butler was told he was being benched.
Why?
I don't know.
Because I know I read an interview thing about, well, we went with what we thought was right.
Something to do.
But isn't he like, is he a wide receiver?
No, he's a safe. Well, he's a cornerback, and he pretty much won them a Super Bowl in the past.
I was saying, why would you sit like a key guy like that?
Like
he must have done something to piss Belichick off.
Well, they said it was he violated a team rule, but then he's also now like Belichick said that, and then Butler has now been disputing that. So there's a lot of weird things. I think needless to say, Malcolm Butler isn't staying a Patriot, along with Coach Patricia, who is now
the head coach of the Lions,
Detroit Lions.
Rawr.
Yeah, and you know who's not going anywhere? Josh McDaniels said that he is not leaving the Patriots to go coach the Indianapolis Colts.
Is that the offensive coordinator?
That's the offensive coordinator,
Okay.
yeah. So I'm
learning.
He is staying put, which is kind of funny for Indianapolis because they suck again.
Suck it, Trebek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Colts, who I think have the number 3 pick
Probably
in the draft. So
I don't know.
yeah, and still need a coach.
You know who's number 1?
Browns.
The Browns.
And the number 4.
Shitty.
Because they made a trade. Ended up getting number 4 pick.
Did they trade the Miz?
No, I don't remember.
Okay. There's been some trades and releases in the world of the Eskimos.
Yeah.
A lot of fans are not happy.
Well,
By the way, I just want to throw it out there. Eskimos, I'm excited for this new season. Why did you send me a survey asking me how the 2018 season went? I'm just curious. I think you probably meant 2017 season, but it definitely said 2018 season. So, do you want me to pre-fill it out, assuming that's not going to be good? Or
are you sure?
Good,
Are you sure it didn't say how do you think the 2018 season is going to go?
No, it was. There's one page. They're all 2017 questions, and one is how was the 2018 season. I think it meant the 2017 one, like how you found it, or how I found it, but it's a 2018.
Well, it's CFL. They get a lot of things wrong too.
Darius Bowman, a staple of that offense, is now gone. And you know what? I understand. Before anything is said, I understand. Salary cap issues, I understand. You can't keep people.
They are one of the highest teams.
Yep, especially, with such a high salary cap. He's not young anymore. He's not old, but he's not young anymore. You have a bunch of younger guys. I get that. But to release him with a little blurb at the bottom of your little thing that you released, that's cold, man. He's been here for 9 seasons. That's cold.
It's football.
I know, but still, just be like, make a bit of a deal about it.
That's how
don't be like, blah, blah, blah.
That's how football goes.
By the way, he's released.
That's how football goes.
I don't like that. That's just so impersonal. And then the GM's like, he knows I love him. Like, but do you? Because the way you release him is kind of shitty.
Yeah, but there's probably a lot behind the scenes that we don't know about. And
yeah, I guess.
we don't need to know about it.
Also, Odell Willis got traded.
Yeah, well, I mean, and
then that one, I don't know what we got.
To kind of stay with the Bowman thing, they also don't have Zylstra.
Yeah.
Because he signed on the practice roster with the Vikings. Like, he might
come back kind of like Odell Willis did.
Well, he still may not make the team.
Yeah.
And come back to the Eskimos. But, I mean, that's 2 pretty big receivers lost. Even though, I think it's safe to say the Eskimos have one of the most...
deep roster when it comes to receivers.
Yeah, so that's one thing. Odell Willis, it's not... I personally liked him.
I did too, yes.
But I can understand the move because they got a lot younger.
Yeah.
They saved money on their cap.
Ton of money.
It's not like Odell had the best season last year. He actually had a decline of...
Yeah, didn't he? He also came back partway through, but yeah, he was on the decline compared to previous years.
So
the other thing I found out, Darius Bowman would have made $260,000 this year. So whoever the hell was telling me that they make like $50,000 can go suck a dick.
Well, some
they
do.
make decent money.
Some do, not everyone.
Well, but I was told everyone makes that.
Well,
and I'm like, well, no.
Who told you something stupid like that?
I don't know. Probably a fan at like Lethbridge or some shit.
Well, they're not. Yeah. Tisk. You never go out to Lethbridge. How do you know?
I don't remember who it was. I'm just blaming Lethbridge.
Yeah, fair enough.
Whatever.
it's reasonable.
Yeah, it is reasonable. But yeah, anyway, still looking forward to that season. I think I'm starting to get more into football.
So yeah, Odell, who he ended up going to where? Hamilton?
Lions, I think.
Well, didn't he get traded to Hamilton and then they switched him to the Lions?
That's very possible. All I know is that he's with the Lions now.
So yeah, so I think they traded him to the Lions, and then Hamilton quickly swapped him.
Traded the Tie Cats then to the Lions. So he's still a cat. He's just a bigger cat.
Yep, could have been
yellow and black.
He was a snowman. Now
he's orange and black.
Oh.
He went from bumblebees to pumpkins and Halloween.
I don't know. He doesn't have to deal with the Ontario winter.
Yeah, fuck Ontario.
Or Alberta winter.
Where's Kate's Ontario? Ontariable.
So, I don't know. I mean, obviously there's going to be some changes, especially when you have Brock Sutherland, who's the new GM now of the Eskimos.
Did he take over this year or last year?
This year. I think it was just a couple days ago that he officially took over.
He's certainly making a splash.
But, I mean, I think a lot can be said about the necessity of the salary cap. I mean, obviously they got to make some moves there.
Part of me actually kind of wishes hockey would get rid of it for a couple of years because, I miss the super teams like Detroit.
That's only because your team's in salary cap issues.
Well, no, not even that. I expect them to not make the playoffs and have to fucking rebuild. Yeah. To be fully honest, I expect major moves this summer from the Chicago Blackhawks. Oh, I miss the old days when it's like you could guarantee that the Detroit Red Wings, Colorado Avalanche, and the
New York Rangers were always a team
and New Jersey Devils. They were always the teams that you had to beat to get to the finals.
But I mean, Devils weren't as bad as like Detroit on the cap.
No. Back to that super team when they had Hull, Yzerman, Fedorov, Shanahan,
Lidstrom,
Hasek,
Chelios,
Osgood.
I know him.
Yeah, I know.
So, speaking of hockey, Marc-Andre Fleury plays his first game in Pittsburgh today.
To a standing ovation.
Yeah.
To a big old standing O. Something we're used to.
Can we call it big standing igloo O?
Big standing orgasm in the igloo. Yeah. It's a whiteout in the igloo from that standing O. Ha ha!
He is frosting the ice caps well with the standing ovation that he received. Classful move.
Very nice. I mean, very nice of the fans.
At the end of the day, it's not like Fleury truly wanted to leave. It was just he was a victim of the expansion draft.
And honestly, I think really it makes sense to everybody who looks at it. You have a young goalie. Murray's 25.
Technically, that was still he was still a rookie last year.
Yeah, but I guess they just wanted to protect him. I don't know how it works. But anyways, a guy who basically wins you 2 Stanley Cups, helps you win 2 Stanley Cups, and he's super young in goal. Of course, you protect him. That makes sense. Well, this year he's been playing.
Well, he did get hurt and had a leave of absence, personal issues. A lot of people are leaving with personal issues. Adam Larson on the Oilers.
That one's unfortunate.
Yeah. But it's kind of interesting to see how many players lately have been taking this time off now due to that. Not something you saw a lot in the past.
No. And the Adam Larson one, totally understand. I get that one. There are some that they don't even give a reason or anything. Not that they should have to, but they just they just leave and then come back.
But then you see somebody like St. Louis, who didn't he play on the day of his father passing?
Yes.
But this was all about...
Not that I condone, say you should.
Hey, some people do it.
But statistically, people who play on days of tragedy like that usually have a game of their life.
Yep.
Just an observation.
Yep. Speaking of game of their lives, Connor McDavid.
Had
4 goals, 1 assist last night against the Tampa Bay Lightning.
And a 5-minute major for being filthy dirty.
But talk about being the best player in a game, playing against one of the best teams in the league.
Yeah, against the red-hot Kucherov, Stamkos, Hedman.
Yep. And Malowski's not having a bad season himself. Yeah, So he absolutely just takes over.
Tears them a new a-hole.
And
With his teeth.
apparently he jumped from 13th to tied for 3rd in points with one game.
Damn.
So he went from 56 to 61 points.
That's impressive.
Now he's only 5 back of Kucherov.
Wow, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
That's how you do it, kids.
Especially when you got 5. Kucherov didn't get any.
Well, that's also how you do it.
That helps.
Absolutely.
So,
let's see here. Let's go to the leaders. Yeah, Kucherov still first.
well, this is not taken into account of today, which is Tuesday, February 16th.
How many goals does he have now?
He has, I believe, 21 now.
Wow, Ovechkin's leading with 32. Good for him.
And apparently Connor McDavid also reached all 4 of his bonuses already this year. One with goals of 20. Another one with assists of 35. A third of points with 60 and making the All-Star game. So he got an extra $400 and I believe $85,000.
Chump change for a kid like that.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, 21 goals, 40 assists, 61 points, 51 games. That's some good numbers. 30 blocks. Good for him. That's how you do it. Be a captain. Be a leader.
well, and everybody got mad too because he left the one game against Montreal, the block, and left the game.
22 penalty minutes. Not bad.
Well, I mean, 10 of it was that sportsmanlike conduct when he told the ref to go check upstairs after he got the shootout goal.
Again, I think we've talked about this already, but how does he get 10 minutes for that? Meanwhile...
Unsportsman.
No, but meanwhile, you have Matthews, who has a goal call back, then he gets a goal the next shift, immediately points at the net like a ref and looks at the ref. Like, how is that not one?
Because I don't think... he didn't actually say anything to the ref.
That's so blatant. If it wasn't for the fact that...
No, but so was McDavid. I mean, let's be fair. He blatantly said... And we don't even know if he said it nicely or if he said,
Well, that might be true. And I'm not saying that I'm trying to defend McDavid. I'm just saying, why the fuck didn't Matthews get one? Because, I mean, if it hadn't been reported...
It's 2018. Words hurt.
Yeah. Hashtag snowflake generation.
So, with that, I mean, we're kind of... with the All-Star game wrapped up, trade deadline is at the end of the month, I believe.
And Chicago and Calgary are tied 1-1. Story of my goddamn life.
And, what do you think? I mean, obviously, I think the Oilers are going to probably sell.
Nash is going. Nash is being moved.
Yeah.
I don't know where, because I didn't look at what teams he gave the note as...
They didn't actually release the teams.
Oh, okay.
But, I mean, needless to say, they're probably...
But I know he's very upset by that, but it's like... He's been, like, probably the quietest guy in the history of the NHL to consistently score 20 goals.
He's also a free agent at the end of the year.
So it
The
makes sense.
Rangers are free-falling pretty well.
Free falling!
So, I mean, it's no surprise that they ask him to waive so they can trade.
Try and get
some
something for
assets.
him, and he can go to a team that could contend.
Yeah, and so it's probably no...
Nashville. He's going to Nashville.
No surprise that he probably
Okay.
picked the top 12 teams in the league, so he has the best
Okay,
chance.
so let's see. Vegas, clearly.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay, Nashville. Anaheim. Who else? We got 4 teams as right now. Who else? Minnesota.
Could be.
The Leafs. He is Canadian. He's from that area.
Well, I mean,
So clearly he's going to the Leafs.
just like everyone else is.
Like Tavares is.
And
Like
Stamkos.
Stamkos.
Gretzky.
McDavid.
God.
Who?
God.
Never heard of him.
No.
Who else is doing well? The Islanders are doing really well, so probably there.
I don't think they're in the playoffs yet.
What about if he wants to go back to Columbus?
Are they even in the playoffs, though?
Let me check. You know what? That's a good idea. Let's
Possibly
check.
Philadelphia? Boston?
Boston?
So, I mean, I don't know. It's endless. I mean,
Let's see here.
I don't think his salary cap's going to be a hard hit.
I don't think he's worth a hell of a lot. Maybe
Well, I think
a mil or two?
no, not this year. I think he's still at the end of the 7.
Oh. Okay, so Tampa Bay, Boston, Toronto are top in the Atlantic. Washington, Pittsburgh. Oh, Pittsburgh crawled up there.
Yep.
Washington, Pittsburgh, New Jersey. Columbus and Philly. And then, let's see, Vegas, or Nashville, Winnipeg, St. Louis, Vegas, San Jose, Anaheim, Dallas, L.A.
I could see Dallas being a contender.
And then there we are.
So
Way down there.
Cool. I wouldn't be surprised to see Dallas make some moves.
Yeah, I can see that.
They're
What about Buffalo?
What about Buffalo?
You think Arizona's going to make some moves?
Apparently, they're saying Domi could be on the trade block.
But with their Duclair, who do they have?
That's what I mean.
All they have now is Ekman Larson. And Helmerson.
Well, they also have Dylan Strome.
And Helmerson and Strome, I guess. Yeah.
I mean,
I
wouldn't be surprised if Helmerson is traded.
They also have Jacob Chichurin, or however you say his name. He was a good young defenseman.
Chichurin, yeah.
He'll be good.
I mean, they got a lot of
defensemen, actually.
They got a lot of younger guys.
Would you think that they'd have a better chance of winning because they have really good defense? They just have zero.
Well, don't they have
offense.
that Dvorak as well, the young Dvorak? Yeah. So
Christian Dvorak, I believe, right?
Yeah. So I mean, they got a lot of young guys in their line. So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if
I have it right here, straight up across the board trade. Nash for Marner, straight across, no questions asked. Handshake, go. That's what it's going to be.
I think we could see like a Nash for like a Lupul.
Yeah?
I wouldn't be surprised something like that.
What's Lupul's like cap hit?
I don't know.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter because he's on injuries or so. He's kind of covered.
But yeah, depending on how many years.
What about Van Riemsdyk? No, he's center. He wouldn't.
It all depends on if Toronto's. I mean, they're playoff pushing, so I mean, they probably won't give up too much roster.
Pushing a dookie at their butt.
So that's. I mean, who knows? I mean,
who do you see the Oilers trading? Because there's a lot of talk about Letestu. By the way, side note, where the fuck is Camilleri's neck?
Where's Trotz's neck?
I don't know. I wasn't talking about him. I just saw a picture of when McDavid got 4 goals, 1 assist, and all you see is Camilleri's back, and just goes shoulder, head. Like, there's no neck.
He's a small guy.
Fair enough.
He's a small guy.
Fair enough.
No, if you want to see somebody who looks funny with no neck, look at Barry Trotz. He's a fat guy with no neck.
Yeah, but he can take a puck to the head like a bastard.
Yeah, but he still looks funny.
True.
He looks like one of the dudes from SpongeBob SquarePants, though.
Which one? Patrick?
I don't know. I don't know their names.
Sandy? Mr. Crab?
I don't know. It was like the pinkish one.
Patrick?
I don't know.
Sure, we'll say him.
But I also wouldn't be surprised to see Pittsburgh get another winger.
That'd be good.
I mean,
I don't know why, and I know he hasn't, but I feel like Nash has already played in Philly. I don't know why. He seems like a guy who has played in Philly. I don't know. Take that for what you will, but yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't at all.
I know he hasn't because he's only played in Columbus and then for the Rangers, but he just seems like he has that air about him. Like, yeah, I played in Philly. Fucks up. So take that for what you will.
Yeah.
Basically, fuck Philly. They can't win championships. They can't do shit.
But then again, like a team like New Jersey adding to their winger depth.
Yep.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised either.
Have him on one side, Hall on the other. That'd be pretty good.
But as terms of others, I mean, I heard that there's rumors that Maroon and them are negotiating a contract extension.
That's good.
Heard
something about Kajula possibly on his way out.
Yeah, I think it all. I mean, I'm torn because I wouldn't give up on him because he still has only played like 80, 90 NHL games, so about a year's worth of games. So I think the jury's still out on what he can actually be.
Yeah. Trade Yamamoto. He didn't do shit in those 9 games.
Apparently, he didn't make Craig Button's top 50 prospect ranking.
Okay. I didn't realize that Craig Button did that.
No.
Oh, okay. And who the fuck is Craig Button, anyways? What does he know?
He's on TSN. He's pretty much doing all the all
is that the guy with the giant nose?
Yeah.
Ah, that guy. Button. Ironic.
Also,
see Forsberg suspended for 3 games for his hit on fellow Ranger Jimmy Vesey.
Yeah.
Nice hit.
What do you mean former Ranger?
Fellow Ranger.
Fellow Ranger?
Well, we were talking about Nash earlier.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah.
So
Very
Forsberg,
stretch. Very stretch. Very big stretch.
He didn't play on New York
No.
at all. He
No.
went from
But anyways,
Washington to Nashville.
That and also Mark Stahl got laid the hell out of that game too.
Yep. Not a good day for Rangers.
No, they got pretty beat up.
Now we know why they're not doing too well. Everyone
Because they're all
can't.
concussed.
Yeah, everyone can't remember what they just did.
They all like soup.
Yeah.
Also, Keith Kachuk was saying, he made a comment that his son Matthew looks like a guy that you just want to punch in the face. That's a direct quote from his dad.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. And of course, not to be outdone, Brady, his younger brother's like, yeah, I bet you if we had a fight, I could take him. Both my parents say I could. Just all sorts of hate going towards Matthew Kachuk. And you know what? Fuck him. He deserves it.
They're probably a family where they had probably a ring in their basement.
A rape ring?
Like with ice as the canvas.
Oh.
And they just played hockey. But then when...
And then I went down there and pulled out a chair. And, well, there was a third brother. Not anymore. Murder by chair.
So we haven't talked wrestling yet. We're about a half hour in. We haven't talked wrestling. That's probably...
Real quick, I had one more question about hockey before we switch. The majority owner of the Hurricanes said he wants to start using Whaler gear and selling it more and actually using it for games and stuff. First of all, love it. Second of all, what other teams should bring back some old stuff like that?
Teams could. I mean, I'm sure...
Avalanche bring back the Nordiques unless the Nordiques become a team.
Well, what about, say, Flames with, like, anything to do with the Atlanta Thrashers or even...
Flames with the Atlanta Flames? Yeah.
Yeah, but, I mean...
Or you could do Winnipeg with the Thrashers.
Yeah.
Coyotes with the...
No, they wouldn't.
with Winnipeg. That'd be funny. Who was the Golden Seals? Who'd they turn into?
Oh, God.
That was...
Didn't they become Kansas City? And then...
the Kansas City Scouts. They also were Cleveland Barons for a minute. Was that New Jersey?
It's either that. I'm thinking them or St. Louis. I don't even
Whoever
remember.
it is. I think it's New Jersey. But yeah, anyways. I wouldn't mind some throwback jerseys. Throw them back, to where they came from. Throw back to their...
I wouldn't...
Pay homage.
You know what? If some of these teams had WHA roots, I wouldn't mind seeing some of that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, at the same time, I hate the way there's orange jersey. Now it's pretty much theirs. So...
I still say do what you did and on your NHL 18 and come out with the navy blue with the orange on top. That looks sweet.
Yeah, it's, it's a little bit of all right.
A little bit of all right.
Yeah, we're taking it back.
Taking it back. It's all ours.
Even though it was ours to begin with.
Exactly. On to wrestling.
Yeah. So we said, let's book Asuka.
Let's book Asuka. Asuka.
So
we are ready to book Asuka.
She is the winner of the first ever Women's Royal Rumble.
Which we booked.
Yep. And then now she is slated to face off Nia Jax at Elimination Chamber and
at EC3.
With the winner going on to face one of the champions at WrestleMania.
See, what I heard was that Asuka will still have her chance, but Nia Jax will be added to the match if Nia wins.
Yeah, so the winner will have a chance for the title at WrestleMania.
Fair enough.
I never said the loser.
Fair enough. Asuka wins. I can't see them having the first loss be at Elimination Chamber against Nia.
Yeah.
I can see it at Mania against Nia.
No, I don't.
It won't be at
I think WrestleMania is when Asuka becomes champion, whether it's against Alexa Bliss or Charlotte. I do believe she will win this match.
I do like your theory that Asuka either accidentally or purposely cost Nia Jax the match.
You mean Alexa Bliss?
That's what I mean. Whatever. Yeah. Sorry. Alexa Bliss cost Nia Jax the match. Yes.
In some way, shape, or form, setting up a match between them at WrestleMania and then Asuka choosing Charlotte for the SmackDown.
I think that would be really cool. Yeah. I like that.
So, yeah, so...
So do you have her face Charlotte and win at Mania? Do you have her lose?
I think you have her win. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a way to turn Charlotte heel again.
Okay.
I mean, she is a better heel than babyface. I think that's clear.
Yeah, it's kind of like her dad though. Same way.
Yeah. So, with that being said, it's So I mean, I'm seeing her defeat Nia Jax at Elimination Chamber, and then going on to defeat Charlotte for the SmackDown Women's title at WrestleMania, and then holding that. I wouldn't be surprised if she holds it all the way to SummerSlam or even the next year WrestleMania. But eventually, I would be looking at a 6 to 1 year mark of, okay, between then, it's when we decide somebody has to beat her.
I feel like it has to be at either SummerSlam or Mania. I don't even think that Rumble or Survivor Series are big enough pay-per-view for it. I really don't. I think it's got to be maybe at the Rumble.
Boy, when you look at Survivor Series, I mean, she'll probably be on either a team going up against Raw or going up against a Raw champion.
Or SmackDown or whatever the case is. Yeah.
And then in the Rumble, she might have a defense, but she also might be watching Alexa Bliss and Charlotte were.
Yeah. I kind of hope that they actually have the champions get in, so that the champion can face champion, be dual champion. That'd be kind of fun.
Well, in a way, you got that at Survivor Series, though, right?
But with the fact that titles could change hands. Here's what I think.
You know what actually have been interesting? Say if Charlotte entered and won, and then after she won, Carmella cashed in and took the...
Yeah.
And then now she has the choice.
Yeah. See, and this is exactly what I was thinking.
And then it would have been great if she's like, well, I want my rematch at Mania, and then I want to defend it, or I want to also go up against the Raw Women's Champion. That'd be terrific. Loophole.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking to build off yours is that, she goes on to WrestleMania against Charlotte, wins, holds it all the way until, we'll say, the Royal Rumble. She ends up entering Royal Rumble as champion, but wins it again, and now is the number one contender for Raw while being the SmackDown champ. That's when whoever has the Money in the Bank cashes in, beats her for that.
You know what?
She goes back to Raw.
And that's exactly what I was going to say. I think it's very possible that the winner, person who breaks it, could be the Money in the Bank. I also wouldn't be surprised if they do an Asuka versus Ronda Rousey match at some point.
SummerSlam, maybe?
Or next year's WrestleMania.
Next year's WrestleMania? Do you think Ronda's going to be a part-time or full-time?
She's had a full-time contract.
Has she been on all the live events lately?
No, I think right now they are still getting her training.
Kind of ready?
She apparently went back to, the day after the Royal Rumble, she apparently was flown back out to Colombia to finish her movie. So they flew her in the day of the Rumble from Colombia, do the Rumble appearance, and then the day after she went back to Colombia.
What movie?
I don't know the name of the movie, but she is filming a movie at the time.
Is it called Columbia Rumble?
I don't know.
Oh.
I really don't know.
But
apparently it is going to be a big movie. So,
cool.
Yeah, apparently that was in her contract negotiations because she did have that product beforehand. So you can't blame her for
wanted to finish that up.
Well, I mean, it's legalities too.
Fair enough.
So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Charlotte wins the next Money in the Bank and defeats Asuka. I also wouldn't be surprised if they end up saying we're going to have Money in the Bank where both brands are in it, and that is going to be able to shuffle. Even somebody from Raw can go on SmackDown and do it, and vice versa. So I wouldn't even be surprised. I would even think I think a Sasha Banks even would be possible if she doesn't turn heel against Bayley, perhaps an Asuka thing.
Yeah.
With this, our theories kind of going out. A, who do you think actually does defeat her first? And B, who do you think Asuka has for her first real feud? Because she really hasn't feuded with anyone. She has just had the odd match.
One of two people. She loses to Charlotte at this year's WrestleMania. And they start a program where she suddenly starts to chase. Charlotte lets it go to her head. She turns heel. There's a program there. Or She wins. She holds it for a while, whether she gets beat by whoever. But it finally has a feud from Ember Moon coming up. Because they had a feud, I guess you could call it that, on NXT. But it was constantly, they get almost to a match and then Ember would get hurt. And they'd almost get to a match and Ember would get hurt. They really only had, I think, one match together, didn't they?
No, I think they had 2.
But yeah, I mean, really, that was a span over like almost 8 months. Because Ember got hurt a couple times.
Well, they also did some triple threats or 4-ways.
That's what I mean. I think there's only one match that was one-on-one, and the other one was like a fatal 4-way.
Yes, I mean I know
I think there's a lot more like that the two of them could do. I think that could be a really good feud.
So you're saying it's? I mean, yeah, and we've had conversations about that. Well, I mean, we even talked about last week about Ember and Asuka having the in-ring work in the Rumble
yep.
match, where I wouldn't be surprised if Ember Moon is the one to move up and actually be someone who can actually defeat Asuka, because it does seem like she's always
poised to do it, and then something happens,
and then meets Asuka, and she's lost Asuka in NXT every time she's been in the ring.
Yeah.
She goes into the Rumble. She gets eliminated by who? Asuka. So, I think it's very possible that Ember Moon could be someone long-term wise, but I just don't know. I think it all depends on if you bring Ember Moon up between now and next year's WrestleMania.
I'm gonna say she's probably either a fall surprise bring up out of nowhere, or she'll be between Rumble and Mania next year.
I wouldn't be surprised if she actually stays in NXT for another year. Yeah.
No, I wouldn't be surprised by that either. I could see possibly, like, kind of like they did with Bayley, where a surprise, like, September, October, boom, there she is.
Unless they do a shake-up draft, and...
Yeah.
I mean, that's always the way, or even
That's the one thing, too. Why don't we have it, like, the actual, like, actual sports? Do some trades every once in a while. Just spice it up. Literally have a thing that's, like, on Raw or SmackDown where it's, like, GM goes to one or whatever the case is, and they actually make a trade. Make a trade offer. It gets rejected.
In a way, we did see one with Jason Jordan, because the whole thing on how that played off with the reason why Jason Jordan went to Raw, Kurt Angle gave SmackDown exclusive negotiation rights for Shelton Benjamin.
Yep.
So they did make that as like an attempt of a trade. It was kind of weak in my opinion.
But I think it'd be kind of fun to actually, not even necessarily, you don't have to even do anything on the shows. Just WWE.com, GM Kurt Angle requests, trade or whatever for this person with GM Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, no, I mean,
that'd be kind of cool.
Or it's like breaking news. Daniel Bryan, Kurt Angle agree to trade. Blah, blah, blah goes here. And this comes back.
Or even better? A trade, Kurt Angle with William Regal. Send someone down to NXT, send someone up to Raw.
Yeah.
That'd be surprising as hell.
Zack Ryder goes down.
Yeah, why not? That's where he suddenly became relevant again with the Hype Bros before becoming irrelevant again.
You know who might not be seeing any time up on the main roster anytime soon? Tyler Bate. Apparently he is in some hot water with management.
Well, do tell. I have not heard of such things.
That is all that's really has been out there. But supposedly,
is that why he's recently lost 2 fairly high-profile matches in a row?
Well, I mean, when you think about it, he lost Roderick Strong
Yeah.
In NXT for the number 1 contendership. He lost a rematch to Pete Dunne, pretty much, and then he lost in the Cruiserweight Classic against...
Cruiserweight, yeah.
Or
by the way, I'm going to call...
Not the Cruiserweight Classic, but the 205 Live Championship Tournament.
Which I haven't heard anything or seen anything, but I'm calling it now. Roderick Strong loses his first round to Hideo Itami on that one.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything, I don't know anything, but he's the number 1 contender for the UK title. I can't see him going far in that tournament either. I can't see him doing both.
I don't I wouldn't even say like he even wins either one, to be honest.
No, I can't see him trying to focus on both. It's got to be, seeing as he's got the UK title kind of in his sight right now, I can't see him going far in the 205 Live tournament.
Here's the thing. What happens if Pete Dunne is the reason why he doesn't win that match?
Well, that would be interesting.
And then it makes a little bit more...
Is there something you know that I don't?
No, I'm just
okay.
spitballing an idea. Maybe Pete Dunne is the reason why Roderick Strong does not win.
That would be interesting.
And then it just sets up even more fire and narrative to their match in NXT.
That would be something. Speaking of fire and narrative, you hear Booker T lashing out against Corey Graves?
Yep.
It's Corey Graves' fault that he got, I shouldn't say fired, but relegated back to pre-show panels.
He got kicked off and...
But to be fair...
Kicked off to the show that's kicking it off.
But to be fair, Coachman is so much better.
Well, I mean, in all honesty, I mean, you can see them. Like, I wouldn't even be surprised if in a year or two, I mean, you see a replacement for Michael Cole. I mean, I'm not surprised.
Do you think he'll go more backstage or be done?
Yeah, like, I wouldn't be completely, like, I wouldn't be surprised to see Michael Cole get more of a producer role backstage. Apparently he helps a lot of the new announcers moving forward, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them just go with a couple of the newer guys. I mean, they seem to be doing a youth movement in other areas. I mean, that's why Jerry the King Lawler isn't on announcer. Corey Graves is, and he's killing it right now. And then you're seeing Todd Phillips kind of stepping up as well.
Yep.
He's the voice of SmackDown Live now. And then, I mean, you got the who's who on NXT, whether it's Nigel McGuinness on there as well.
And Morrow and Percy Watson.
And then with them hiring Jeremy Borash, you don't...
Maybe he takes over for Michael Cole.
I mean, it's a possibility.
Yeah.
Or even Todd Phillips goes on to Raw, and then Jeremy Borash goes on to SmackDown.
Possible.
I mean... Just little tidbits there, but I mean, I don't know. Like, I think it wouldn't be a big change there, but I mean, going back to the Booker T, Corey Graves, it's just like, Booker, you gotta understand, you're being passed up on now.
Yeah. You're not relevant. You are old milk.
I mean, eventually
old chocolate milk.
Eventually you gotta refresh and see what's new.
Yeah. Control, delete that motherfucker.
Hey, sometimes you just...
You know what? I'll give him that.
You just
Hall
want,
of Fame career. Just not a Hall of Fame announcer.
Sometimes you just want to refresh and see if there's new videos up.
Exactly. And every once in a while, when the time is right, you just need to delete.
I mean, you want to see if there's a different shucky ducky quack quack on the page.
It just turns out that he's obsolete.
Yeah.
By the way, I was going to say, I mentioned last week of booking the Cruiserweight tournament, or Cruiserweight title, but the tournament kind of did that for us. So
yeah, I mean,
we can if you want.
We
but
could talk more about like what we think about the Drake Maverick GM announcement.
I like it.
I'm not surprised with the name change. I don't dislike it by any means.
No,
I can understand with them trying to push Shinsuke as an artist or a rock star why they want to refer to calling anybody rock stars, but let alone a general manager, first name being Rockstar. I mean, I can
you want a little more serious
and professional.
Yeah.
And really, I think you're going to see basically the exact same performer, just with a new name.
Yeah. He's kind of had like a managerial role for quite a while now.
Yeah. And he's kind of the first one to kind of change their name coming into WWE, because lately a lot of people are keeping their name.
Yeah.
So...
Which, small side note that we forgot to talk about last week, Bobby Lashley, officially signed WWE.
I don't think he's officially signed yet.
You heard it here first.
You made that mistake once before.
And then she did.
But at the time of your announcement, it was not.
Well, you heard it here first. He will.
Yeah. No, it looks that way. Another one that looks like he'll be rejoining WWE is Rey Mysterio.
You heard it here second.
He even commented saying, I'm pretty sure something's going to get done with me in WWE.
There you go.
There's a there's a strong possibility I'll be returning to WWE's.
Night after Mania.
Maybe it's, I mean, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if he returns the night after WrestleMania to be the next contender for the Cruiserweight Championship.
There we go.
Because the winner of the tournament gets crowned at the at WrestleMania.
At Mania of Wrestling.
Or maybe he'll be a
Guest referee.
Maybe he'll be a secret participant in the tournament.
Yeah. Possible.
So we kind of are talking about the 205 Live now. So we kind of are booking it. We can talk about who we think is going to win.
Samoa Joe.
Yokozuna. No.
Aha. Great collie.
But I wouldn't be surprised to see Cedric Alexander win.
I can see him in the finals. I don't know necessarily if he'll win, but I can see him in the finals.
I wouldn't be surprised if Drew Gulak also wins.
Yeah. I could see Hideo Itami, not necessarily. I can see him being Final Four.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised of it either, because right now it seems like WWE is pushing every Japanese wrestler they have.
You imagine that? Women's champion and SmackDown. Actually, it would end up working out. It'd be 205 Live, women's, and WWE. All of them champions after WrestleMania. All of them Japanese on the same night. Tuesday night, Japanese night. Tuesday night is sushi night in WWE.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, I don't know any Japanese words. I got nothing.
We are the konnichiwa. I don't know. It's
choppy pee pee.
Yeah. Indeed.
Funaki-san.
That's the Japanese I know.
Yay!
Yeah. No. I wouldn't be surprised if Hideo Itami does get a strong push. I also wouldn't be surprised if he gets knocked out of this by someone else.
Someone new?
Maybe Drew Gulak loses his match and takes it out on Hideo Itami.
Maybe.
So,
do you think that maybe, say, hypothetically...
I think this tournament is going to allow us to get a little bit more fresh stories coming out of 205 Live.
Yeah, what about a hypothetical of Cedric Alexander gets to the finals? The other final's supposed to be...
You know what happens if, Ricochet is in this?
That's what I was going to say here. The, Cedric Alexander gets to the finals. And then, we'll say, example, Hideo Itami is supposed to be a face. He gets to the finals after beating, say, Drew Gulak. Drew Gulak doesn't take kindly to this, beats him down, causes a quote, injury, unquote. And then, seeing they're both gone, there's a mystery opponent for WrestleMania. It comes out being Trevor Ricochet Man.
Rey
Mysterio. Samoa Joe.
Suicide.
Which underneath turns out to be TJP.
Or Austin Aries. Option C.
Aries. Neville. Great Khali. Big Show.
Little Khali, maybe.
Hornswoggle.
That'd be funny if there's Little Khali.
Yes. Gilbert.
X-Pac. So that's actually...
Hurricane.
See, those are the last two names we just said. That's who I was expecting to be the general manager of 205 Live. It was either the Hurricane, Gregory Helms, or Sugar Shane Helms. Whatever one you wanted.
Sugar Shane, Hurricane Helms.
Or even X-Pac. I just wouldn't have been surprised with either one.
Yeah. You call this tournament one tournament in China?
Let's hope not. So, yeah. So, really right there, we just kind of wrapped up our 205.
Yeah.
Thoughts? I guess right now, there was rumors of a tentative New Orleans takeover schedule out there.
Ooh, do you happen to have that?
I don't have it on me, but from what I remember, it's apparent Aleister Black is challenging for the NXT Championship.
Cien Almas!
Yes. One of the only matches that are not there yet was there's no opponents yet for Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly for the tag titles.
I'm going to say either TM61 or Sanity. I'm leaning more towards TM61.
What about a four-way match? Well,
TM61.
But at the same time, there is a number one contender match. I believe it's this week on NXT. pitting the Street Profits against Authors of Pain. So it could be an Authors of Pain rematch.
I don't mind it, but we've seen it.
But at the same time, maybe this could be their last match.
And they get called up?
And they get the night after WrestleMania.
That'd be alright.
So I wouldn't be surprised there. Apparently there's also going to be the finals of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic.
Well, if they're going to do that, they got to start soon.
So I wouldn't be surprised to see TM61 against War Machine in the finals.
I would say that would be a good time to debut War Machine.
Yeah, so I wouldn't even be surprised with that. So it also looks like it's a rematch between Shayna Baszler and Ember Moon for the women's title, which does not surprise me.
No, it doesn't surprise me at all.
At all there. And then we have Adam Cole,
Baby!
going up against Roddy Strong.
Baby? Is that just a match, or?
Yeah, as of right now, I mean, I don't know.
What about Velveteen Dream? What is he doing?
I don't know.
Me?
There's nothing. Let's hope not.
Oh.
So yeah, I mean, how many matches is that? We got the 2 tags, we got the women's, and then we got the 2 singles.
That's 5.
So we got 5. I also heard there's a possible 6, so maybe there is a Velveteen Dream match in there somehow.
Maybe against the Gargano. I think Ciampa versus Gargano is going to be somewhere in there too.
Anybody who read the results of the tapings for NXT will get some clarity on the Ciampa Gargano feud.
I did not.
Yes, and
You clearly did.
That is one thing I'm not actually going to spoil. I will spoil the tentative outline of what was leaked about NXT New Orleans. That is not confirmed. That is just
Speculated.
Yeah, speculated card of what you could see. So let that be what it is. I mean, if we now kind of go back to Raw. I mean, did you watch Raw?
Bits and pieces.
Yeah.
The entire Elimination Chamber for the women is booked.
Yeah. With Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville.
We were right on that.
Mickey James.
Surprising, but we're right on that too.
We
it's
were
an outside chance.
We were kind of expecting 2 out of the 3, not exactly all 3 to get in. We expected Nia Jax. She is not. And then you have Alexa Bliss, Sasha, and Bayley rounding out the 6.
By the way, Alexa's promo, the sexist stuff, I liked it.
I have not yet seen it. What I did see was Jason Jordan getting some clarity on his neck injury and him being not cleared by doctors, which is true right now. He has been pulled from live events. So we saw Roman Reigns step up to tag with Seth Rollins up against the Bar.
I'm assuming that the Bar retained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently it was from... apparently Reigns and Rollins won from... There's a disqualification finish there.
Okay.
Again, I have not watched Raw, so I don't know.
I really haven't.
I just watched the promo of how they said Jason Jordan is not medically cleared, and then Reigns stepping in. Apparently Rollins was very unhappy that he's just getting that news now. Reigns steps in, and then you see this grin, and he's happy because his brother's there.
Bro!
And then we also saw the Revival go up against Finn Balor and
Carl Anderson. That I did see. That was good. Luke Gallows on the other side.
Yeah, that's a little interesting to me that Luke Gallows is not there.
I don't mind it.
In that match.
I don't mind it.
Finn Balor is also in the Elimination Chamber, it seems.
Is he?
Well, looks like he could be. I think there's one spot open, I believe.
No, I haven't heard who else got in. All I know is the first 3.
I mean, there's Roman Reigns.
Oh, sorry, I did see Roman got in. Yeah,
he's in there. I mean, just as we saw, he beat Bray Wyatt, and then we saw Bray Wyatt Matt Hardy segment.
Not quite like we said, but kind of.
Yeah. And then we the Miz is in.
Who did he face? Doesn't matter. Miz is in.
I don't remember. Elias won the main event by pinning John Cena in the match against him and Strowman.
Really? Wow.
Oh, no, Elias was already in, sorry. They actually they had the first 3 in the match.
Yeah, it was the triple threat. And
yeah. And
it was whoever to come out last, wasn't it?
I'm not too sure.
Because I saw a promo about John Cena saying whoever won came out last, so I don't know if that was just for him or for...
Elias,
so I guess maybe Elias comes out last now.
Elias got the pin on John Cena.
Really?
Interesting. Apparently, from the sounds of it, Strowman did the work, got kicked out of the ring, and Elias took the opportunity. So a very surprise win, but good for Elias.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
So I believe Finn Balor or The Miz and Roman Reigns joined Braun Strowman, Elias, and John Cena in the Elimination Chamber.
So the last one is not official yet.
Speculation is probably Finn Balor.
Got a couple weeks left, so yeah, okay, all right on.
And then I wouldn't be surprised to see Gallows and Anderson go up against The Bar for the tag titles.
That'd be right. Reading novels at the bar.
Wouldn't even be surprised to see Seth Rollins actually in this Elimination Chamber match too.
Yeah, I can see that.
So, that's my guess. Finn Balor or Seth Rollins.
Which we said earlier too.
But apparently Jason Jordan also was involved in the disqualification finish. So, I think you're also looking at that being a thing. So I wouldn't be surprised if Seth Rollins gets into the match and then Seth Rollins ends up screwing Seth Rollins out of that. And maybe setting themselves up for a Mania match.
Jason Jordan screwing Seth Rollins. Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, so.
We didn't talk about that earlier.
Yeah, so.
And SmackDown, what have I seen in SmackDown? I watched a little bit today.
Bobby Roode defeated Rusev.
Yeah, I saw that.
From the sounds of it,
Rusev
it was a really good match.
Over.
Yeah. Supposedly, WWE is selling a lot of Rusev merchandise.
Good.
Had to order more Rusev Day calendars because they
ran out
and sold too many. So
the only thing selling better than Rusev Day calendars is Tag Struggle T-shirts.
All right. Charlotte defeated. I believe it was Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan, sorry.
Yeah,
Liv Tyler.
Yeah.
Liv Tyler in a loser gets eaten out match.
Yeah, don't know if I want to see that.
I would. I'd buy that for $1.
So, and then also we saw the Bludgeon Brothers defeat just
two random skinny beanpole jobbers.
And then again, they had a confrontation with the Usos. Look,
their promo, they lost me and then they brought me back in. I was like, yes. And then partway through the promo, I'm like, I don't like it. And then they brought me back in by the end of it. It was good.
I mean, the Usos do that.
It's good. It's good.
I mean, it looks like they're going to be defending the tag titles against the Bludgeon Brothers. And
it kind of does, doesn't it?
That's Fastlane.
Fastlane. The lane that is quick. Call it Quick Ave.
And then we saw Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable defeat the Ascension.
Spoilers?
Well, I mean, it's already happened.
True.
SmackDown is over as we're recording this. What else is there? Apparently, SmackDown started off with Shane McMahon doing his promo, not understanding why Daniel Bryan is
being a dick.
Just giving Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens more opportunities.
Because he's being a dick.
He thinks he's living vicariously through the Yep movement. And he thinks the Yep movement is just a spit in the face of the Yes movement and a cheap imitation of the Yes movement.
Of the greatest thing he's ever made.
Yep.
Birdie.
So yeah, and then all those matches, we also saw Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens.
Don't tell me what happens. Hang on. I'm going to close my ears here. You can say it. And go.
And the winner was to face AJ Styles for the title at Fastlane, and we don't get an answer. So we got to stay tuned next week.
What?
So we'll stay tuned next week to find out what's the verdict is between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Fuck! You fucked me! Oh.
Like you.
I
technically screwed yourself.
Yeah, I wish I could.
Oh, actually, I hit the refresh as we were talking about how that happens. Apparently, there was a no contest.
Ah.
Apparently, AJ gets involved.
And bitch slaps them both right in their
And Daniel
cacks.
Bryan comes out and says that both Sami Zayn and Kevin will compete for the WWE title in a triple threat match against AJ because of the no contest. He said none of the three competitors seem to know what to make of Bryan's decision. Owens and Zayn then argue on the top ramp while AJ stares them both down. And AJ holds up the title, and that's how SmackDown goes off. So pretty much exactly what we were talking about last week.
Yeah.
Where they were finding a way to have that the match game. We were kind of expecting maybe I was expecting more of a handicap rematch, but it looks like it's a triple threat match.
Triple threat. I like that better. We get to see the iconic Zayn versus Kevin Owens
Versus AJ Styles.
Ha!
So, yeah, not surprised. I mean, and then the winner of this will face
Shinsuke Nakamura.
We also saw, after the Rusev and Bobby Roode match, Randy Orton coming out and RKOing Bobby Roode, then Aiden English, then one Rusev.
He RKO'd an entire day?
And apparently this was one of the hottest segments of the show.
Rusev nowhere.
So, I mean,
Out of Rusev.
you know, can we see a Randy Orton Bobby Roode match for the U.S. title at WrestleMania?
Triple threat. Fatal 4. You know what?
I wouldn't be surprised.
A 6-pack challenge.
You know what? This is what I'd do with Rusev. I'd actually give him the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal win at WrestleMania, and then I'd actually push him and use it.
I like it. Unlike what they did with Baron Corbin.
Or anybody else.
Here's what I do. It'd be a 6-pack challenge. It'd be Rusev Day versus Aiden English versus Bobby Roode versus Randy Orton versus Tatanka versus insert last guy here.
Bastion Booger.
Bastion Booger.
Yes.
For the United States Championship of all the time.
Or God, because that happened.
That was a thing.
Yes, also, Daniel Bryan revealed his SmackDown 10.
What is this supposed to do exactly? I felt like this was literally filler.
I agree. It probably is. However, the 10 that he had...
10. And number 10 was number 10.
Yep. So the top 10 lists for SmackDown Live are... At number 10, Ty Dillinger. At number 9 is Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Becky Lynch at number 8.
Number 7
the
is...
Usos. The Usos are number
6
7.
is New Day.
New Day's number 6. Bobby Roode is number 5. Naomi number 4. Nakamura number 3.
Number 2 is Charlotte.
Yeah, number 1 is AJ Styles.
Yeah.
So go figure. Every single one of these entrants in the list are faces.
Now, this is just me throwing it out there, a little side, let's book for this whatever top 10 listing, whatever he's doing forever. No matter what the subject is, no matter what, Ty Dillinger's always number 10. Always. Because that would be funny.
I just don't understand why he's even on it. 'Cause what has he done?
That's why it's funny. He's forever number 10.
Like,
He had a match against Baron Corbin a week or two ago.
no, but that's what I mean. Like, you have a lot of superstars that can use this as like a narrative storyline now of like why they're not on it. Like Baron Corbin not on the list, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn not on the list, Chad Gable, Shelton Benjamin not on the list. Bludgeon Brothers not
Zack
on the list.
Ryder, Mojo Rawley.
Even Miss Money in the Bank Carmella, Natalia, they're not on the list.
Tamina.
Click pen. You're not on the list.
Don't be stupid, idiot. Make the list.
It'll be interesting if more if any heels are on it next week.
Maybe next week's all heels, except for number 10, which would be Ty Dillinger.
Yeah.
Forever Ty Dillinger, number 10.
And then he's also number 9. Because, just funny. So anything else you want to add? I mean, where are you... What are you going to do this weekend?
See. Before we do this weekend stuff, Backbreaker Media now on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, with Podbean. Fuck YouTube.
Fuck YouTube.
Fuck it in its ear. Right in its YouTube ear. Backbreakervod.pivotshare.com. You go there, enter in promo code TAGSTRUGGLE, get after 2-week free trial, get 3 months at half price. That's all thanks to you boys, the Tag Struggle, the greatest of all the time. Because we're strugglelicious and a little bit of all right. Also, whatamaneuver.net. Get OG, The Struggle, and vintage One World Empire t-shirts. Go to Backbreaker store there, or contact us at all of our local shows, or on all of the Twitters, Facebooks, Instagrams. We got Tag Struggle 3 gear. It's around. I got other merch. Parrish has other merch. Martens has other merch. We got the stuff. The stuff that you like. It'll make you feel good in your loins. Get it now.
In your loins.
That's all I got. Where are you going to be this weekend?
Well, I think we'll both be at the CWC event.
Which I want to say right now, disclaimer again. My bad, Irish. Due to concussion, I don't know if he's going to be there. I can't say for sure he won't be, but I don't know if he will be. Because I fucked him up. And I feel bad. Accidentally on purpose.
You went for court.
Well, yeah, but the sneaky, greasy bastard moved.
Like a shucky ducky quack quack. He ducked.
Yeah. And now I blame him for losing my spot in commentary. Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll be at CWC No Love this Saturday in Red Deer, Alberta.
Which you will be bringing no love, and I'm going to bring all the love for you, because it's going to be a little bit of all right.
I'll be bringing in some answers.
I want all the questions answered. I'm excited.
So, yeah, so that's where I'm going to be this weekend.
I will be there as well. Shaun Martens, still up north, doing northern things.
He's headlining.
Manitoba. No, Personatoba.
He's headlining in cities north of Winnipeg.
Far north.
Yeah.
North of Churchill. He's in Alert, the most northern part of Canada.
One of the funniest things I experienced when I was on the northern tour is that in some of the reserves that you go on, they actually use the radio as forms of calling out communications. So you'd call the radio station, or you go to there just to send out like a, hey, Bob, you're needed home for dinner. It's at 5:30.
That's fantastic.
It is one of the funniest things you'll hear.
That's ham radio.
Yeah.
I love it, except for not really. I love it. My excursions north is I lived in Morinville once, and then I live in a place north of Edmonton now. It's only a few minutes north, and I'll be completely honest. Fort Meniac is about as far north as I've ever been.
Fort Meniac.
Yes, that's where I live, Fort Meniac.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that does it for episode 61
That's where we'll be.
of the Sons of Struggle.
Can't wait for Shaun Martens to get back, because he said him and us can have a podcast about the Northern Tour. I can listen about stories that you and him have. I can share our own stories that have nothing to do with what you're talking about. It'll be a little bit of all right.
We'll have Death Tour Stories.
Death Tour Struggles.
DTS.
Because we're down with that shit.
And yeah, so that does it for episode 61 Sons of Struggle. We're real.
Because we're Tag Struggle, but most importantly, being Tag Struggle, we are spectacular.
And we out. Yeah! Later, bitches!
When your heart's pounding out of your chest, you can feel the thing shaking as you're running out of breath. If you're ready to rock, we'll just let it roll. Are you ready now? Are you ready to move with me? Just move with me. Move with me. Come on, get up and go.